played with Dwight Powell, who's on the Dallas Mavericks, Josh Eustace, who's on the OKC Thunder, Chasing Randall and Stephen Nassif were just playing for the Golden State Warriors in the Summer League. And then I played against Klay Thompson, played against, you guys know Derek Williams out of Arizona. Yeah, we won. Of course we won. Yeah, we won against Klay Thompson. They weren't that good that year. Yeah, I guarded him. I remember a quick story. I remember one time we were playing against Klay Thompson and the shot clock was going down and I had the ball and I had to heave up a three-pointer. And Klay's defense is pretty good. Like you guys know, he's a pretty good defender. And so he came out of nowhere and just swatted my shot into the stands. And then he said something along the lines of, "Get that trash out of here." And I didn't like him after that. But when they won the championship, I was like, okay, kudos. So my high school GPA was like a 3.6. I had a 3.6. I had pretty good SAT scores. But what really helped me to get into Stanford was I took a lot of AP classes. So when they started recruiting me, they were like, in order for you to get into the school, it looks really well if you look like you're pushing yourself in the classroom. So I had to take a lot of AP classes, and then my major at Stanford was Science, Technology, and Society. So basically, I know the whole world. So. Oh, that was a great question. You guys hear that? He asked, what do you think was harder, the athletics or the academics? So two things. So first, talking about athletics. When you guys play college basketball, it's a step up. It's a total step up from high school. Like, everyone's quicker, everyone's faster, everyone's stronger, everyone can jump higher. So me being small in high school, I could get by my man and just lay the ball up. But when you get to college, you try and lay the ball up, and then you got a 7-footer who's pinning it at the top of the glass. Talking about academics, the hardest part is, you practice 3 hours a day. You have weights probably like 3 or 4 times a week, which is another hour and a half. You're gonna shoot on your own, so you're gonna get up extra shots. And then you got like physical therapy and like all that kind of stuff, right? So that's a huge chunk of your day. And you travel, right? Like in the season, you're traveling around and you're playing, right? So there's a lot of time that's dedicated to your sport, and the professors don't care that you play in the basketball team. Like, you have to do your work, you have to be present in class, you have to do your readings, you have to know what the class is talking about, you have to be kind of like on top of your stuff. So that was the hardest part, whereas in high school, like, you'll travel to the school across the street and play, right? And you have so much more time. So it's kind of like time management and just really utilizing your time in an efficient way. She asked another great question. So she asked, did I have to sacrifice a lot of stuff to become a really good basketball player? Yes, definitely. So again, that's where kind of your vision starts to be very important, because there's going to be a lot of distractions when you guys get older, and especially when you get into high school. Your friends are going to want to hang out, friends are going to want to kick it. Guys, you guys are going to have girls that are going to be wanting to hang out. I mean, if you're like me, because I had just like a ton of girls wanting to hang out. Everyone's like, oh man, yeah, right. But that's where there's a trade-off, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you shouldn't hang out with your friends and you shouldn't go out on a date or anything like that. But you have to know, you have to do it in doses. Like, it's all about balance, right? So you can have fun, but you got to make sure that you're working hard and you're working towards your vision too. So there's a huge element of sacrifice that is necessary for you to play college basketball. And a lot of people would rather have fun and do all that other stuff rather than, get up extra shots or put in a little bit more work on your studies, whatever that is. So it's a great question.
What other colleges did you recommend?
Great question. So my top 3 were Stanford, Virginia, and Harvard. Yeah. Most points I ever scored in a game, that was in the NIT. I think I had 31 against Illinois State. Great question. Great question. He asked what was my relationship like with my teammates at Stanford. Phenomenal. So when you guys all play college basketball, the bond that you have with your teammates is like unbreakable because you spend so much time together. Like you're practicing, you're working out, you're lifting weights, you're going to class. Like your whole day is with these guys, right? You're living with them. So you become just best friends, and it's like you're like family. So it's something that you all will definitely enjoy.